Hello everyone, this is them, also known, excuse me, this is them, and I will be casting a game for EvO team, which is a Masters team as well, a Masters team, and here we have Slayer Boxer spawning down in the, almost 5 o'clock, yes, wait, no, 8 o'clock position, versing his opponent, BOYO, EvO BOYO, spawning in the 12 o'clock position, basically. So this is a TVP, and I really do enjoy TVPs because I hope the Terran actually goes for a Marine Marauder Ghost and with some EMPs involved and everything like that. So BOYO is ranked 2,800 in Masters League, and that is our EvO player. So he is ranked 2,800 in the Masters League, and he is our EvO player. And this Terran down here, his name is Slayer S Boxer. I do not know what he is ranked at the moment, so I will find that out for you and put it in the description down below in the EvO team website, team YouTube channel. And I think you all should subscribe to that because this is a great team that I'm casting for. They're very good at what they do. They play StarCraft very well. They are a lot better than me. I am silver linked, so I basically just do whatever the heck I want in ladder, but these guys are Master League and they're pros, so I think you should all subscribe to them, and they're great people. So basically it looks like we had a little harassment from that probe from BOYO to go stop that barracks from being built from Slayer, but he is grabbing that gas, so pretty standard builds overall for everybody. I mean, getting some gateways, getting some gas, whatnot. Now here's the thing, when you're Protoss or Zerg and you're playing another Terran player and you see him get his gas, you kind of want to throw up the gas at the same time, because if you don't throw up the gas at the same time, you're a little bit behind in the gas rate thing, and you might be in fear of a cloaked Banshee coming your way, and you won't have the gas to get the Observer out into Stalkers. So it's always good to have that gas right when that Terran does. So good scouting by BOYO's part on that part. And he's got the first Marine coming out right now as we speak. It looks like a Cybernetics core is going down at the moment. Yes, there it is from BOYO, walling off everything that he can. So I'm thinking to myself right now that it might be a little interesting to see actually what happens, because we have basic builds from everyone, and I'm not sure how BOYO does play against Terran. I've seen a couple of his games. I've seen a huge free-for-all game from him, but I haven't seen this one yet, so it'll be very interesting to see that. Hold on, let me just mute my Skype. Okay, that. Okay. I did finish the free-for-all. I just exited out of it. So yes, we have BOYO going down over here, creating that Cybernetics core, getting out that first Zealot, and Boxer is going to be scouting with that SCV, and then there's BOYO is going to see that SCV, and that Stalker's going to be like, oh, I'm going to pick you off. Oh, you're dead, you're dead. But yeah, so there's not a lot to talk about in the first 5 minutes of the game, so I just like to talk about how the players do in general. I've never seen Slayer box before. I have seen BOYO play one free-for-all game, and he did go for Carrier's Mothership, so I'm hoping he doesn't go that this time. Plays more of a standard since it's a 1v1 instead of a 8-person free-for-all. So basically each person has their early expo is Terran. Now I am horrible at early expoing as Terran, but if I've learned correctly, I really don't go early expo until I feel comfortable, because the Terran can kind of one-base things and kind of be able to hold off for a while. So I'm surprised he's going that early expo. He does have the bunker, but there is a Stalker and a Zealot that's going to see this and basically take out. There's a Marauder, but oh man, this isn't good for Slayer right now. That early expo is probably going to get taken out. He's going to have to cancel on the early expo with the SCV and focus in on the bunker instead. And that Marauder is going to get done. Oh, it's going to get into a bunker. Oh, just in the nick of time, too. But he's going to walk right up into that base. But there's a Marauder. SCVs are getting pulled off the line. There's a Stalker. He's going to have to micro that Stalker. That Zealot is taking all the damage. All the SCVs are coming right onto the Stalker. There's another Stalker here to reinforce it. At the same time, the Marauder's coming to get out the Stalker. There's a bunker there, so that this Zealot's probably going to be taken out. These SCVs have forced these two Stalkers out of there. I never thought I'd say the day that SCV's forcing the two Stalkers to get out, but wow. Little pressure coming from BOYO right now. He does have his expo up too, because he realizes that if Terran has his expo, he's going to get in the game, because if Terran can out macro you, you basically are really, really bad. And you want to take the APM tab here, you can see that BOYO has a constant 105 and Slayer Boxer has a constant 172. So at this time, and we can also take a little units lost, we can see that the Terran player did lose a lot of resources more, so I think BOYO was ahead, but at what cost? Because He basically held it off pretty well though, because he had the bunker, he had the micro ability. He did have to pull off SCVs off the line, which is not good, but he held it off, so he has had that second expansion going down, so he might be able to hold off another attack possibly from BOYO at this time. So at the APM tab again, you can see that both players are currently like averaging about 100 or above, 166 for Slayer and 103 for BOYO. So basically, I'm thinking that BOYO right now is probably going to do a little bit more macroing, get some Immortals up. I'm thinking he's going to throw down, yes, there is, Robotics Facility, as I was saying it, get an Immortal up, be able to deal with those Marauders, and maybe a Colossus in the near future to deal with those Marines. But, of course, if the Terran player goes for that Ghost and those Vikings, those EMPs, man, are so OP, dude. They can just like tear through your army shield in a second if you know how to place them correctly, like I do, of course. But that's enough about me. This is all about EvO. Sorry, guys. But oh, that SCV is gonna see that there's some Stalkers and Sentry there, and I'm thinking if he pushed out, he might be able to win this Slayer. But I don't know, because the micro of BOYO I've heard is very well. I'll take a look at the APM next time. Yep, there's that Immortal from BOYO being produced as we speak. And I'll take a look at the APM next time he micros, but I'm pretty sure he's pretty good at it. So it might be all up to the micro of the Protoss player. At the same time, it might be up to the unit composition of the Terran player, because once that Immortal's there, Warp Prism from BOYO. Oh, a little cheesy. Yeah, like I said, once that Immortal's there, those Marauders have to focus fire that Immortal, but at the same time, these Stalkers, if they get Blink, can basically blink right into those Marauders. So here's a little push coming from BOYO. He's got that Immortal up. So maybe just take that down now, see what's going on. I always say there's a push going, there's not. But it looks like we got a couple factories being produced from the Terran player Slayer right here. At the same time, it looks like there's just macroing up a little bit for BOYO, getting those unit composition going down. He's probably saving up a little bit of minerals to grab his first Colossus, I'm guessing. He's going to get that Robotics Bay actually another Immortal, excuse me. So he's getting Immortal, Stalker, Sentry, which is a very good mix and match against Marines and Marauders. So basically, there's bunkered up pretty well here, the Slayer, the Terran player is. He's backing up his units. Now, good timing push, my friend. The bunkers are there, but there's no units to defend the bunkers. The force field is down. The bunkers are going to be, the Marauders here and a couple Marines are going to be focusing down. Oh, they're not focusing down the Immortal. These SCVs are going to have to pull up the line. This Expo looks like it might go down. Wow, where were the units, buddy? Those units were just chilling there. This should actually help Slayer. And it looks like BOYO's going to back out of that. So you realize he's done some damage. You can take a look at the units loss tab here. You can see that resource-wise, it looks like that the Terran player is kind of behind compared to, unit-wise, the Terran player is kind of behind compared to BOYO, our Protoss player. And then that second Immortal is finally here. Where is it rallied to, buddy? You don't want it to go all the way from your army, do you? Not good. Okay, but it looks like we have some siege tanks on the way from Slayer at this moment. He's getting combat shields as well. And he's got 2 reactors on, a reactor on 2 barracks and a tech lab on 1. It looks like he's just going to be taking down this better natural expansion with these rocks instead of this one here, which is harder to defend, which I kind of like from the Terran player. I really think he should have just first attacked these rocks and then expanded there when he felt comfortable. Like I said, it's always good to expand when you feel comfortable as Terran, because if you don't expand when you're comfortable as Terran, it's harder for you to defend that because you could be spending those resources on army, and it's easy to pump out army without those structures. Protoss has a more high position count, high resource count for those units, so they need that early expo to pump out a lot of units. In Zerg, their hatchery basically is their production building, so it's good to have that expo to pump out more. As Terran, it's kind of in between. Like, you have that like mineral count, but you can still kind of pump out those units with those structure buildings. So it's like you really shouldn't need to expand until you feel comfortable. That's what I've learned, so that's what I do. I really am trying to learn how to early expand though at this time, so it helps me get my economy up fast when I get to the later ladders and whatnot. But a proxy pylon may be coming down here from BOYO. At the same time, though, there's an attack coming down from BOYO. He's got that force field there, so he's blocked off the units. These siege tanks do not have siege mode. It's just being produced right now. So it looks like BOYO's going to clean up this expo. He's got 2 Immortals, some Stalkers, a lot of Stalkers, a Sentry, and a Zealot. So he is reinforcing it. Oh, he's not reinforcing it. It's just an observer. But yes, he has some 3 Zealots over there. And now the Terran can comfortably relax on this expo because there's no area units to come in. But if he gets blink, he could probably blink into this expo right here. There's that observer. Is going to see that there is a whole army of Marine Marauders and tanks. Not a single ghost is being produced, and I really wish he would do the ghost. But the Medivac is on the way, Charge is on the way, Thermal Lance, like I said, There's that Colossus probably. He's going to be probably creating a Colossus. Yep, like I said, in the near future, there is that Colossus. Getting that Thermal Lance upgrade. Getting another pylon. Is it a proxy pylon? Nope, just another pylon for the supply. And this is, I really like the way Boyo's playing. He's playing smart, knowing, oh, there is maybe a pylon being for a little warping in some units and whatnot. But he's playing kind of smart. Oh, these siege tanks, though, are siege. They're in good position right now. He really should wait for that Colossus to come out with a Thermal Lance because they tear through siege tanks. So it looks like Boyo's forced to back up to his expo right here and wait for those units just to... Now the Terran's throwing down his third base. This is when it gets a little tricky for the Protoss and the Zerg, because if the Terran has his third base, it's really hard to defend against because he will out-tier you, out-mech you, everything possible. If anything as Protoss and Zerg against Terran, you want to stop them from getting that Terran base. Excuse me, Terran third base. So it looks like a push is going to be down here from Slayer and Boxer. Slayer S Boxer. And if he can position his units well and siege up those tanks just in the nick of time, he might be able to defeat Boyo here, because he does have that Colossus, but there's so many siege tanks. If they're sieged up, those Marines can tank the damage while the siege tanks just pick off all the units. There is 2 Colossus on the field. It looks like he's getting ground armor level 1 for his Zealots and Stalkers, which is always good to have. So he is checking to make sure there is no gold expansion, but there is that expansion up here, that third base from Boyo. So you kind of even yourself up if you threw your base while the Terran is 3-basing. But if anything, I'd try to keep that Terran off that third base. Like, I can't emphasize it enough. If once he gets that third base, he will out-tier you and out-mech you like a boss. And that's what he's basically doing right now, because he hasn't actually started up that. He started the third base, but he hasn't actually started producing from it yet. Excuse me, mining from it yet. But it will be almost lights out if he can produce a huge... yeah, exactly. When the Terran gets his scary arm and moving towards your base, you have to be very careful. You have to have good positioning on him. Looks like these siege tanks have that range. Boyo kind of is aware of that range, it looks like. Oh, maybe not. Yes, he is aware of the range, so he knows how far it takes those siege tanks, basically, to get to those units. So he's going to wait patiently for those Marines and Marauders to get past that siege line and micro like a boss and just completely destroy it. All those Marines and Marauders, because those Thermal Lance will, the Colossus will tear right through those Marines, and the Immortals will rape the Marauders, and the Stalkers are there just to clean up chop. I say that a lot. Oh, but he should have moved out right when those siege tanks were moving out, because now he's even pressured even more onto the Protoss player. He is really stuck behind there. He's just leapfrogging in. Right when those siege tanks de-siege, he should move out with his army and catch those siege tanks off guard, because they are in the front. And I wouldn't push out, don't push out, don't push out, get out of that line, get out of that line. Okay, good, good, good. Now, more units are being produced. Like I said, that Terran's on this third base. He's going to out-mech and out-ruin you completely. Like I said, now these siege tanks are sieging up on every certain kinds of line. There it is, the Thermal Lance. Don't sneak into that line. There you go. Nice job, Boyo. Now he is going to be attack moving. These Marines are going to stem up, but these siege tanks, the forces are being called down. Is there going to be enough siege tanks? And the Marines are behind. The Marines should really be in the front, so these siege tanks don't get forced down. There's unsieged tanks there. Oh my goodness, these Thermal Lance from the Colossus are going to be taking out all these siege tanks. Just like I said, these siege tanks are going to be raped by all these Colossus, plus the Marines are going to be raped by the Colossus, and the Stalkers are going to clean up chop, and these Immortals are just going to tear through those Marauders. Great play from Boyo. Wow. Nice play. Watch out for those medivacs, but great play, my friend. And that Stalker's just going to clean up that little siege tank over there. Nice job, Boyo. Catching those siege tanks right when they were in the front, and I really think he should have waited for them to unsiege, but nice job because they were in the front and those Marines were not there to tank any of the damage, and those siege tanks were basically out of position completely. And nice, my friend, nice. But now that he has 3 bases up, that Terran's going to be hard. That Marine's just like taking care of this third base from Boyo. It's going to be hard to take care of that Terran because he's got those 3 bases. He can basically attack. What is he doing? What are you doing with your bunkers, bro? Killing your own siege tank, man. Jeez. But like I said, it's going to be hard for Boyo to come back from this. Excuse me, not come back. Be able to out-mech the Terran because he is sitting on 3 bases while he is sitting on 2, and that is hard. He's got all this. Look at his production tab. Like all of that crap is going on. The APM you can tell right away. Boyo is leading it. Excuse me. Slayer, the Terran player Slayer is leading it, and Boyo is just falling behind. He's gonna have to do something here. He is getting a lot of. He has some high Templars in here, which is very good. He has some Immortals. He has those. He has those Colossus and the Stalkers and everything. So this is going to be a very interesting game. Vikings are on the way to take care of those. They're going to pop out so quickly. Oh my goodness, this is going to be hard for him to come back. Like hard for him to break into this because there's bunkers, there's siege tanks, there's